Yeah, you can start now. Hello? You can start now. We are live.
Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to this mind blowing session. I am thrilled to introduce you to our chief guest, an accomplished professional and a beacon of excellence. Today, we have Mr. Vijay Goudar amongst us. Mr. Veeraj Goudar is a product developer at BMC. He completed the computer engineering from MIT Academy of Engineering. Mr. Veeraj Goudar is indeed a brilliant student from childhood. Mr. Veeraj Goudar has received many awards during the school and the college years. To mention a few, Sir received AI Award for India. He is also a AI achiever. He also received the Computer Society Award. He was the academic topper in all 3 years. So we have indeed a great personality amongst us. I'm blessed to have you, sir, amongst us. Now I request Mr. Viraj Godar, sir, to introduce themselves.
Thank you so much, Charu, for this nice introduction. So I'll introduce myself once again. My name is Veeraj Goudar, and I'm a final year student at MIT Academy of Engineering. Currently, I'm pursuing my Bachelor's of Technology in Computer Engineering. And throughout my academic career, I have taken various courses which actually helped me develop the strong foundation in development. Apart from that, I have worked on enterprise software platforms, database management systems, machine learning, data analytics, and system software. And along with my bachelor, I'm also doing my minor in data science, and I'm also pursuing my honors in AI and ML. And I have worked in various industry wherein I was responsible for working on core features of various products. So I worked on multiple technologies and frameworks such as Java, Web APIs, Kafka, SQL Server, and also gained a lot of experience in software development lifecycle, how it works, and why it is required not only theoretically but practically as well. Apart from that, I also got to know about the CI/CD pipeline and other software methodologies. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for introducing yourself. It was indeed a very good introduction. I hope it was better than the one which I gave. So, sir, I will like to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Sir, could you share some insights on the various recruitment rounds conducted for the internships at BMC last year?
So yeah, when actually BMC arrived into the campus for third year placement, they actually conducted only single round of assessment for getting into the company as an intern. So that assessment was done in online mode, and it was on a platform. I guess I can't remember the name, but it consisted of 35 to 40 questions, which were including aptitude, quantitative, and apart from that, we had CS fundamentals like subjects like data structures, computer networks, operating systems, and database management systems as well. These type of questions were asked, which was in the first and second section, so aptitude and computer fundamentals. And the third round is the coding round, wherein we will get two questions, and if we solve those two questions, then the assessment is over for the first round. So based on that, we will get the results later on. But that is the assessment.
Thank you, sir. It was a good information. I indeed appreciate your thoughtfulness in making the connection, and I'm looking forward to get to know better more things. So, sir, uh, there are many questions. Means like, what's the difficulty level for various selections in the test?
Okay, so for a basic student who is currently just graduated from their second year and currently in the third year, which is fifth semester, I guess, or sixth semester rather, I'd say. So till that, they have already grasped on data structures and database management system, and they are currently learning computer networks and operating system as I speak. So if you have a strong foundation in those four subjects, I guess the computer fundamentals is not that much difficult. Apart from that, when it comes to aptitude and quantitative, it's basic questions which we usually use to practice in 10th standard and 9th standard, like the upstream downstream question, the profit loss, or find the principal amount, or rate of interest. So questions like that are being asked in aptitude. And apart from that, if we are talking about the coding questions, uh, they generally ask easy to medium question in terms of lead code, or if we are talking in terms of code shift, they generally ask of division 3 or division 2 questions at max. So the coding questions are pretty easy. So I guess the levels for a computer student will be pretty easy if they are well prepared.
Thank you, sir. So we need to make our basics clear and need to focus more upon them, upon the aptitude and the other platforms. Thank you, sir, again for connecting us to the right way. So, what are the strategies that the candidates can employ to excel in these recruitment rounds for securing the internship opportunities?
Okay, so basically, as we know that there are about 200 to 300 students who will be participating in this assessment for first round. So we have to be very strategic considering time duration as well as the correction of the questions. So, for example, if there is a person who is tied on, let's say, 70 or 80 marks, and at that point of time, they might go on time constraint, like who solved it first. So, those are the things which we need to plan in hand, like how we should proceed ahead. And apart from that, whenever we are answering the questions, we need to be sure that whatever we are answering is correct. So we have to double check it. And apart from that, I guess it is of 90 minutes. The test will be of 90 minutes. In that, we have to solve 35 questions. So maybe we can finish the first section in 30 to 35 minutes, and the rest of the time, 55 minutes, should be dedicated to like coding question. So it would be easier to solve those without any pressure or without any problem, I'd say.
Thank you, sir. So you highlighted upon the time management. How time we can manage that, like 30 minutes for the basic questions and 55 minutes for the rest of the questions. So it would be good
Correct.
for the students to know that how time manage. Sir, but actually in the basic questions, what kind of questions we have?
So, coming towards the aptitude, as I mentioned earlier, like the profit loss questions or upstream downstream questions, or any simple pattern questions as well, like if this is the number, then what is the sequence, or what is the missing number, identify the patterns. These kind of questions are asked in the first section of the first round. And in the second section, coming towards the core fundamentals of computer science, uh, for example, if we are going to be talking about data structure, they might ask about the time complexity. What is the time complexity of this code, or what is the output for this particular code? Apart from that, if we are talking about database management system, they might ask about transaction or asset properties, or what is required here, or even like they will be giving SQL queries, and they will be asking like what will be the output if this is the schema or this is the data present in the tables. And for computer networks, I'd say they generally ask about the layers of OSI model, and apart from that, we should be prepared about TCP as well. So we should know all the layers and all the protocols used in the computer networks. Apart from that, talking about operating systems, they will be asking very basic questions like what are threads, what are uh, what are the different fundamentals required in operating system as well. So semaphores or deadlock, some kind of questions like that. And coming towards the coding part, they will be not going in that much depth, so the question would rather be easy. Like if I remember, I don't know what was my question, but I'm pretty sure it was like within 50 to 40 lines of the code. So it was actually pretty easy if we are prepared. Hello, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. So, is the voice clear? I'm in transit somewhere outside.
Yes, sir, you're audible properly, sir.
Yes. Now, all the students of the team MITOE and outside, I welcome you all for this session from one of our bright and uh, top class student, Mr. Veeraj Goudar. BMC is one of the major recruiter in MITOE. 3 years back, MITOE started the recruitment with BMC. BMC started recruitment with MITOE, and we have the program, long length program of industry engagement program with BMC and MITOE. So it gives first online test, pre-placement talk, online test, and then student selection with internship and project, and then there is a direct selection. So there is no recruitment process as such. So there is engagement handholding with BMC, and every year with good number, high talent students has been recruited from MITOE. So approximate salary is about 12.5 lakhs. So this year, Viraj Goudar is one of them. Will be joining shortly with BMC. So in MITOE for TY batch, BMC is planned by this month end. So all the students should prepare well. Maximum student ask with Viraj. Take the advantage of this social media, StreamYard and YouTube program, and prepare well. So what juniors should do, Viraj will be addressing, and the probing questions will be asked by the panel members. I sincerely thank to Dheeraj Singh, all the team members of TY, and special thanks to Viraj to please guide all the students. The Charu Langde is also there. So I wish you all the best to TY students to get into BMC. Let's look forward to have best participation in terms of BMC engagement. I wish you all the best, Viraj. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank you
you,
so much,
Pramod
sir. It's my
Dasturkar,
pleasure
Head
to have
Corporate
that.
Relations, MITOE. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'll continue. So, we were talking about the strategies to excel in the recruitment rounds. So, sir, any more information about that?
Yeah, I guess if we have time management in our hand and accuracy in our hand, then it will be a great plus point for anyone. So that is the one thing every EY student who is trying to prepare for BMC should focus on. So that will be great.
Thank you, sir. So, the major aspect for this strategies is that time management and the master in that degree and that course which we have to do it perform well and confidently. Thank you,
Correct.
sir. Sir, when we come to internships, we believe that internships are a crucial part of our academic journey. They provide us with the real world experience and a chance to apply our and chance to apply to your knowledge in a professional setting. So, sir, in the main part of internships are the resumes.
Yeah.
So, what are some effective resume tips for candidates applying to BMC or similar organizations for internship roles?
So yeah, anyone who is currently trying to prepare for the assessment, they are required to have a resume in hand, just in case if the company asks for it, then they should have, so that they can provide the resume with them. But during my time, they didn't actually ask for any particular resume. But yeah, in the HR round, for when I was shortlisted for pre-placement offer, I they asked me for my resume. And whenever you're creating your resume, just focus on few of the points, such as whatever resume you have created, make sure it is a single page, like it should not overlap. And apart from that, mention your skills, like whatever skills you're proficient in, like if let it be a technical skills, languages, or whichever databases you have currently worked on. If you're a front end developer, which web technologies are you comfortable working in, and are you comfortable in working with backend as well. Apart from that, if you have any co-curricular experience as well, like for example, if you are a member of any club, or if you are conducting any let's say session or any activity for other students, you can also mention them as a co-curricular activity. Apart from that, if you have done any internship prior to that, add them as well. Like I have done internship in this, and what are the technologies which I've used there. Apart from that, the main thing which they will focus on is that the projects which you have created. So make sure to have two highlighting projects, and two should be of different domain. Okay, so one, let's consider if you are having your domain in machine learning, then you should have a project in machine learning. And apart from that, you should have a full stack development project as well. So wherein you have used a front end, you have used a back end, and you have developed, like used most of the technology in those projects. So that actually shows how compatible you are with the newer technologies, and how proficient you are in them with them. And apart from that, whenever an interview is conducted, uh, make sure that you have those projects in hand. So let's say that the interviewer asks like, what have you done in the project, so you can demonstrate to them your project. So that was the few of the points which you should ensure that you are including it in the resume. And whenever you are adding the description, make sure to check action words. You can Google them as well. So just Google it as action words which can be used in resume. So that actually helps you with the ATS.
Thank you, sir. I hope everyone has got a more idea, detailed idea about the resume work, how much points they should highlight, what they have to highlight, major projects, and all and all. Thank you, sir. So, for students, what your recommendation? Should they prioritize DSA or development skills to perform their best at BMC or some other recruitment services?
Okay, so this is actually one of the most popular questions among the students, and it was with me as well during my time when I was in third year. So usually, most of the people say that you should focus on DSA because it is one of the crucial round on which the selection is done. So I'd suggest that you should have a grasp of DSA. So you should not let it go. Like for example, if you're preparing for DSA only, then it's not much help for you. So you should also focus on aptitude, quantitative, because the initial round, which is conducted by most of the companies, is aptitude with coding. So during that particular round, if you want to qualify for the interview round, so if they need to select you, you should be proficient in DSA. So I'd suggest you just have a good grasp in every data structures, like practice different problems. There are various platforms present also, like Lead Code is there, CodeChef is there, Code Forces is there, Code Signal is there, or HackerRank, GFG. Just practice on any platform which is available. So that is one of the things you should have in hand. Apart from that, you should be well prepared in aptitude as well. So for that, you can just to check your knowledge, you can check on websites like Prep Insta. So they generally give you an free access to uh, like take a quiz. Apart from that, you should have a like grasp on also the computer fundamentals. So if you want to go into the development field, so I'd suggest that focus on computer fundamentals and also DSA. Like there should be equal balance. You should not focus on just one thing. So I think so that is my suggestion for everyone.
Thank you, sir. So we should have an equal balance between DSA and aptitude, not only upon DSA. So we have to arrange both the platforms. Thank you, sir.
Right.
So, what resources or platforms would you recommend for enhancing the DSA and development skills in preparation for BMC's recruitment or some other services?
So if we are talking about BMC, then I think so it should be coming very soon, I guess, in next month or during this Diwali vacation. So I guess if you have been preparing for DSA and you have solved like problems based on that, and you have a good logical skills, then you should be very compatible to solve all those two questions, whichever are being given to the candidate for assessment. Apart from that, if we are talking about the another companies for recruitment, you can definitely practice on various platforms. Like I mentioned just earlier, that Lead Code is there, CodeChef is there, CodeForces is there. And if you think that you have prepared a data structure, try to sort them by that data structure and try to solve those problems, like listing them. First go with the easy question, then with the medium questions, then you can try hard questions as well. And apart from that, if you're not compatible with that data structure, you can definitely like research on that particular data structure, try to know what are the operations for that data structure, and you can move ahead with that. And the main thing which we are focusing on coding is that we should have a problem solving skills which is very high, and that is the one thing which is required for a candidate to like go through or pass the first round of DSA.
Thank you, sir. It was a very meaningful and useful information. Sir, how did you approach your preparation for the BMC recruitment process?
So during my assessment, I actually was preparing on CodeChef. So during September, August, I was quite active on CodeChef, and I was preparing for that. And because my seniors also told, because there is one big advantage for this company is that there is only one assessment round. So apart from that, there will be no any interviews conducted from BMC side. So you just have to clear this assessment. So I was preparing for the coding questions. So it is quite like, if you have a short duration, like let's say 10 to 12 days, try solving 5 to 10 questions, or let's say 4 to 5 questions if time is not possible for you, like there's time constraint from academics or projects. So try solving 5 to 6 questions daily. So that might help you, like how, what is the approaches we should go for. And the people who are currently studying TOC as well, they know like what are the test cases we are using for like a Turing machine or a DFA. So they will have a quite an idea, like try all the approaches, and whichever is most optimal, try to like code for it, or try that particular skill as well.
Thank you, sir. Sir, some last bonus tips which you would like to give to the students applying for the BMC round.
Okay, so there is most of the things I've covered, like about aptitude and all the theoretical MCQ questions. There will be also multiple choice question as well. So, for example, if there is one question, you can select two answers as well. So make sure that you're looking to forward to that as well. And apart from that, whenever the coding question is visible to you or available for you, just make sure that you are going to pass all the test cases in a single like pass. So for example, if I've coded an XYZ code for ABC test cases, so make sure that all the test cases, test case A, test case B, test case C, will pass in a single round. So if you have submitted the wrong code, like if there is any problem in your algorithm, then the platform will say that there is an error for this test case. So make sure that you're trying to solve that problem in one single go. So make sure that you are pretty sure that you have handled all the test cases and your code is running for all the problems. So make sure your algorithm is right and try to code it in a single go. Yeah, that's one of the main thing which everyone should focus on.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it was a very nice time with you. It was a very pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you, Sharon. Also, apart from this, like I'd like to share a few of the internship experience, like whatever you are going to be getting, like after getting into the company. Let's say that you have cleared the assessment and you are into the company right now. So during that moment, make sure that you are good with, like you are having a good relationship with your manager as well as your mentor. So make sure that you are solving whatever the problems has been given by them on time, or whatever they have told you, like these are the deadlines and you should cover it. So you can also tackle them. So if you have any questions, the chat box is visible to me. So if you want, you can ask the questions as well.
Okay, so Viraj,
Yeah.
there is a question from Saurav Deshmukh Surya. What is the
Okay.
minimum number of questions we have to solve to clear the aptitude round?
So I'd say that there is no negative marking as far as I remember for this. So make sure that you are attempting all the question. Even if you don't know the answer, just try to attempt it. Like there is like at least 25% of probability that the question answer will be right. So try to attempt all the questions. Don't miss any question if you are not getting the answer. Uh, just make sure that also you are going to be submitting both of the coding questions as well. So that is one of the important thing you should also try to cover as well during the assessment.
Okay, heading to next question. It is from Aditya Danwai. Any sources for aptitude, as aptitude has many topics to cover? So any roadmap or suggestions?
So if you're talking just about general aptitude, just try to browse through library, that whichever aptitude book is there, so you can refer to that. Like try solving as many questions as possible. So it will help you with the speed of solving the problem. So for example, if you are going to be calculating, let's say for profit and loss, try to see whichever questions are there available on the internet. Like as I mentioned earlier, Prep Insta is one of the platform wherein you can assess yourself. Like let's say if you're there is an option there, if you are going to be appearing for a particular company, what are the type of questions asked. So attempt that quiz, and that you will get to know at which level you are currently. It will also suggest you like what are the topics you are lacking in, or whichever you're getting wrong, like the questions. Apart from that, I guess the college also provide the PTech Guru test. So try to take them as well, like and be honest with yourself, so that you can know that where I'm currently lacking in and where I should work on. So if you are going for that, you can move ahead with BTech Guru as well, or Prep Insta, I'd suggest. And if you're talking about coding, you can take any platform. Let it be Lead Code, let it be Code Forces, let it be Code Chef. Any platform is compatible. Just make sure that you're practicing it.
Okay, so next question from Indrajit. Please put down in chat box. Okay, so I think so. Questions have been ended. So, like all the time, we go with the sessions of MCAT regarding its some and change from this time. We, as an MCAT team at MIT OE, are bringing a new revelations in from these times, as like MNCs like BMC are recruiting our top eligible candidates from college. So, like we requested Mr. Veeraj Goudar for a session on his best skill set, and I hope you guys would like it to see it right now. Viraj would be showing you some things. Uh, it's to you, Viraj. Please carry on.
Yeah, sure. I think so. There's one more question I can see over here from Saurabh. In Code Chef weekly competition, out of 8, how many number of problems have to solve? Just try to solve as many as possible. Like during my time, I used to generally solve about 6 to 7 questions, and I guess my peak rating was 1648 at that time. And after I got the internship, I was not able to balance all of the things, so I left it at that. But yeah, I am definitely suggesting that try to solve as many problems as you can, or also let's say that if you're not able to solve those 8 questions, after the contest is completed, next day most of the YouTubers upload the solutions, like what are the approaches or how we should have approached this particular problem. Just try to check that as well, because from that you will get to know, yeah, I could have solved it like this. So whenever the question similar to that will appear later on in any stage, so you will be able to solve that pretty easily. Yeah, so I guess that's it. And also, yeah, as Aditya said, that I have two things with me right now. So the one of the thing which I'm worked on my BMC internship, I cannot show you the entire code, but yeah, I can definitely show you what application we worked on, like what the particular problem which we were required to solve. So in companies, like there is a problem. So currently, I worked on DSOM team, which was responsible for notification service. So I was working on AD, or I'd say that ANS also. It's an simple notification service wherein the clients for the company, you access their product, and for any product they used to require any receive the notification. So currently they were sending the notifications on their portal PMC Helix, and apart from that they were sending the notifications on email as well for the clients, that this is the product, this is the expiry date for the product, or this is the problem in the product currently facing. So what we required is that most of these clients are tech companies, like let it be IBM, TCS, or any other companies. So as we know that most of the tech people present in the company are not able to cope up with the expiry dates. So for example, if we are uh, not able to check the Helix portal daily, or even the mails sometimes, because we receive about 300 to 400 mails if we are working in a corporation industry. So what we had to do is that we had to develop a notification service wherein we will be triggering notifications to a particular user, that this is the problem or this is the notification, because most of the time the tech people in the community are present on the teams for that. So I have the demonstration with me right now. So I'll just share my screen as well. So this is the code which I will be accessing and the triggering the notification on. So let's say that Adele Vance is one of the client who is my client, and I want to send her any particular message that let's say that, okay, I'll just show you where I'm going to put the message content as well. So let's say that I will be accessing any message like assessment and preparation, I guess, for students as well. Yeah, so let's say that this is the message I want to tell. So what I will do is that I will run this code without debugging, so that this all the things these are happening is just an prototype, and from there the notification will be triggered, and as we can see that this is the particular notification which that user will be receiving. So as you can see, the time is currently matching with 7:04. So this is the basic prototype. So I triggered it manually over here, but when it comes to an enterprise level, so all these things should be happening automatically. So no like any of the things should not be done manually. Like as I triggered the run code over here, all these things will be happening in the background whenever the notification is required to be triggered. So you will get to know that as well. So this was one of the things which I worked on during my internship. Apart from that, there are various use cases as well. Like in Teams, we know that there are channels. What if I want to send that notification to a group of people? So I should be able to do that as well. So as you can see, I'm sending it to a particular group right now. So these are the members currently who are in the group right now, like Patrick Fernandez and all of the other members. So they'll be able to see this notification that there is an assessment preparation for students going on currently on 10th of 21st of October on at 7:04. Apart from that, if you want to just target a single user as well, you can do it for that if any information is case sensitive or sensitive to the company as well. So that is one of the thing which I worked during my internship. Apart from that, I have one of the fun project with me, which I developed in my college with my batchmates Nihal Pandey, Aditya Gautam, Sunit Trivedi. So this was one of the thing which we are kind of like interested in working on. So we thought of working it with for our major project. So what it basically does is that, let's say that there is a foreigner who has just visited our country and he doesn't know any mythological scenes which is currently happening in India right now. So he doesn't know whatever is going on. So he just visits a museum, let's say, and he just asks a particular person like, what is this painting for, or what is actually happening in this scene. For example, I'll just show you few of the pictures which I have right now with me. Yeah. So coming towards downloads, I'll just show you. Yeah, I guess this will be the image. So let's say that the foreigners see this particular image. Okay, he doesn't know what is actually happening. Who is this person? Who is this baby right now? And why is a snake following them? What is this water going for? So what he can do is that he will just come to our website. Okay, he'll just enter our name. He'll just enter his name. Apart from that, he'll just go and upload this particular picture. So as you can see, this is the one of the picture. Okay, he'll just upload it and submit it. So the code on the backend will be running over here. As you can see, we are loading our workspace, our project over here, and what is going to be triggered is this entire code and the model which we have prepared for this. So all this data which we are trying to fetch is that we will be just passing that particular single image, and based on that image we'll be trying to detecting the characters, like what are the characters present in that particular scene, and we will be depicting whatever the information is there. So who is the character, what is the character there for, what is happening in the project, or what is happening in that particular scene right now. So that is what we will be like depicting using this project. So this is a computer vision based project, and rather I'd say machine learning as well. So the machine will optimize or try to find the multiple occurrences of this particular scene. So it usually takes quite a lot of time. So yeah, as you can see, this is was the image which we passed into our model, and this is the output which the model is giving right now. So we can see that Vasudev has been detected, Krishna has been detected, Sheshnag has been detected. So these are the detected classes. From based on that, we will be able to like generate a description. So as we can see, like if you know about like Krishna's life, you might know this. So what is the description our model says based on web scraping? Let's see. It says that information about Krishna's life is noted in the Mahabharata, the Puranas, and Bhagavad Puranas. Krishna is the eighth son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Surrounding the time of the birth, persecution was rampant, freedoms were being denied, and King Kansava's life was threatened. And Krishna was born within a prison in Mathura, India, where his parents were constrained by his uncle Kamsa. And during Devaki's wedding, Kamsa was warned by a celestial voice that Devaki, eighth son, would be cause of his death, which was indeed. And apart from that, there is a prophecy that he wanted to defy, and he imprisoned Devaki based on that. And he also said that he will be. He also killed the first six newborns after their birth. And when Krishna was born, as we know that all of the guards suddenly fell asleep, and the doors of that particular prison was opened, and Vasudeva actually carried Krishna across the Yamuna River to his foster parents, which are Yashoda and Nanda, was also done. And this is the one of the main thing which we celebrate Janmashtami for. Now, let's say this is a very vague, deep depth in depth description. So, like it's actually quite long. Let's say that the user is not interested in much of the description. He can also summarize this text. And for this, we have used the BERT model for summarizing this text, and we have established the relationship. Like, for example, as you can see, Vasudeva is his father, Devaki is his mother, Krishna is the child who is born to them. Apart from that, there is foster mother and foster father. And based on this relationship, we try to identify and summarize this particular text into a short paragraph. So wherein we will be able to see like what is actually going into the scene in like 4 to 5 lines. So sometimes the output is not that much like appropriate, or sometimes the output also might be incorrect as well. So as we have not prepared any data set for this, so entire thing is working on internet only. So as we can see, whatever the summary has been given by our model is that Krishna was the eighth son of Devaki and Vasudeva, and he was imprisoned by his uncle Kansa, and promptly killed the first six of her newborns. So as many times as we run this particular code, it will vary and the description will be different. And we have done it for various scenes as well. So for example, this was just the birth of Krishna, talking about Draupadi's Vastraharan. It was one of the most like popular scenes in Mahabharata. wherein everyone knows about it. But if, let's say, certain person doesn't know about it, like what was happening in that particular scene, what is going on that in that scene. So for that, we have also attached scenic classes as well, wherein we will be classifying that, yeah, this was the scene which was going on. For example, if talking about this particular image, uh, we can say that this was during Draupadi's Shirharan, so which was during the war. So this will be the scenic class Vastraharan, which will be detected if our model will be able to detect that. Let's see. And also, yeah, the one of the major problem which we faced during this was that there is no data set. So if you want to search on Google for this particular data set, it is not present over there. So we actually created a custom data set where we annotated few of the images, and based on that we trained our model. So as we can see that the classes which has been detected is that Dushasana, who was disrobing Draupadi, and this is the scenic class which I was talking about, which is Vastraharan, and Krishna is there, who is protecting Draupadi right now. So let's say that what the description gives that. So as I said earlier, this is one of the most popular incident. So the model also says that it is the one of the most notable incident in Draupadi's life in the game of dice at Hastinapur, where Yudhishthira loses all his possession and his wife, and she is humiliated by Kaurava brothers and Karna, and attempted by Dursasana to disrobe her, but she is saved by the divine intervention of Krishna following the subsequent episodes. And after that, they were exiled for 13 years, wherein they tried attempting kidnapping also. And apart from that, where like Draupadi loses her father, brothers, and her 5 children. And after the war, she resumes her role as an empress for 36 years, after which she retires to Himalayas with her husbands, which was also done then. Apart from that, for the previous one, we were able to generate only one descriptions, but our model is also capable of depicting multiple descriptions. So there are multiple possibilities for just single scene. So as you can see that there is one of the thing that Yudhishthira lost a game of dice with Shakuni, and based on that he tried to disrobe her. And after that, Bhima, who could no longer watch Draupadi's silent sorrows, he vowed that he will tear open Dushasana's chest in battle and drink his blood. And also, Draupadi was also like presented that she also vowed that she will wash her hair with Dushasana's blood, which was one of the oath taken by them. Now let's try to summarize all of these paragraphs because we don't have time to read all this text. So let's summarize this. So let's see what the output our model gives. So yeah, this was what we worked on major project as our final year project. So yeah, this was one of the thing which we were quite of interested in. So this was one point of interest. So working on an application doesn't mean that you just have to solve those problems, like you just need to prepare an application. You have to move past ahead, like how it will impact the society, or how it is going to help other people as well. So we should have that particular mind if we want to go into development field. So yeah, we should have a particular motivation whenever we are working on a project. So yeah, so if you are going to be like working on any resume project, you'd say, so try to ensure that you are well into that project and you are motivated to complete that project, and you are into that project, that yeah, this project should be completed, this is a good project and this will help the society in future, definitely. So try to create those projects which will be very impactful. And yeah, I'd say that during my interview as well, my manager, HR manager, asked about like what is your project for, like for currently you're working on. So I told about them and he was quite impressed, like yeah, this is one of the thing which foreigners is lacking, like the Indian tourism is lacking for, like the foreigners doesn't know what is actually happening in the history of, or the mythological history of India. So yeah, this definitely helps them as well. So we should be prepared with projects like this, and apart from that, yeah, we should be motivated to create this project. So that was one of the like thing which we worked on. So as we can see, the summaries for different uh, uh, the description which were given earlier. So we can see that Sanjay Datta attempt to kidnap like Draupadi in a major event in life, and the Pandavas were exiled for 13 years. And apart from that, the game of dice with Shakuni ended in a battle with his brothers and his wife. And a brother who is Dushasana dragged his wife Draupadi by the hair into the court and tried to disrobe her, which was actually kind of true comparing to a scene. Now, as I said that there is a false case or there is false description also which is coming, uh, wherein the model might fail sometimes, is like text like this, like Ayan is a sailor who is a sailor who is a sailor, and like this is the garbage value which we are trying to work on to avoid this particular thing. Yeah, so this is the currently project we are working on. So this still requires a fine tuning, but yeah, this is one of the project we are actually quite proud of, like which we actually pulled off. Because in the beginning we were thinking like this is one of the thing which is like not possible, but yeah, in the end it was like a sweet cherry. So we can see that Yudhishthira gambled away his entire kingdom, his wealth, his four brothers, and even his wife after losing Draupadi. Duryodhana encouraged his brother Dushasan to drag her into the court. So yeah, this is one of the project which we are proud of. So these are the few of the projects which I worked on during my 4 years. So yeah, that was it. So this is one of the project which I've highlighted in my resume as well. Yeah, I guess that was it from me, Aditya.
So yeah,
So
we have a question from Gaurav Rate. What can be the best time management while solving coding questions, and what is time limit for solving problems?
So the one thing which I would suggest is I said mentioned earlier, maybe you might have missed it, that there is 90 minutes of assessment, so 1.5 hour. So they give you all these three sections at a time. So for example, that's this, the aptitude section as well as the computer section as well as the coding section will be visible to you at the beginning. So you will have 1.5 hour to solve all of those sections, and make sure that you're solving all of those questions. Even if it's incorrect, just try to submit all of the questions as well if the time is not left. But yeah, the best time management skill is that if we are talking about computer fundamentals, just make sure you are having a good grasp on it. So try to complete that computer questions, which will be about like 20 to 25 questions, I'd say. Try to complete that in 15 to 10 minutes, and based on that, coming towards aptitude, take 10 minutes at max to solve 5 to 10 questions, whichever whatever is given. And make sure that you have plenty of time to solve coding question, because there will be two questions. So make sure that you will be solving both of the question. And as I said earlier, that you should try to execute all of the test cases in a single go. So once you click on the submit button, you should have passed all the test cases. So if you are not passing all of the test cases, then you will have a bit of disadvantage if any tie is there between the score of two students. So during our time, like three people were selected from T1, but from previous batch before us for 2023, nine people were selected. And I'd say that this year also there is a quite of good chances that they will try to recruit like 5 to 10 members at least. So make sure that you are well prepared for computer fundamentals, aptitude, as well as coding question. So also try to submit it as quick as possible. So if you are, let's say that you have completed all of your sections, three sections within 1 hour, make sure that just check once again that whatever you have submitted is correct, and just hit the submit button, so that you will have an half an hour advantage time gap from the other students. So it will depict that you are faster than rest of the people. So coming toward the competitive part, you should, yeah, be very competitive with this as well. I hope that answered, Gaurav.
Yeah, so we have done with the questions right now. Uh, it was a very good session from you, Viraj. Thank you for having brushing our knowledge regarding internship opportunities at BMC and skill set required for getting placed at big community like this. We hope many of us from EY will surely make their way to BMC. Right now, when we'll be going to on Monday for facing the BMC authorities regarding the opportunities at the BMC. I would like to have you, if possible, on Monday, interaction with students before that, so that
Definitely, definitely.
students who are not available to like like see you at right this moment during our session, they will be available on Monday.
Definitely. It will be my
I
pleasure
think
actually to help all of those students, because they will have much more clarity, I'd say, in offline session as well. So if you have any query or any doubts, you can definitely reach out to me at any time. Yeah, I'd be grateful to
So
help you.
according to okay. So from team of MCAT MITO, it is a question for you. Like, as you know, all the infrastructure, what is the process of placement? So right now, to as a from like you are in the market, like you are going on with BMC right now in 2 to 3 months. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, to get a big opportunities, more than what you have right now received as a placement offer. So what basic training should right now students go, or what should be the brush up done right now?
So I think so. One of the thing which I was also during your is that I was very confident, like so confident that I was overconfident. I used to think that I have all the knowledge which is required in the software industry. I have completed various projects. So actually, when you are going into an industry, you will actually know the level of which you are currently present right now. So you should be not overconfident, but you should be confident enough that you are able to work in a development industry or software development industry, rather I'd say. So yeah, one of the things you should focus on is the confidence part, because the tech stack keep changing. Like for example, if we go like past 5 years, like it was Java, and I'd say that in next 10 years might be Python might be overtaking Java as well. So yeah, you should be uh, compatible with every new technology. So try to research every new technologies which is coming into the market, like for example ChatGPT, which entered the market in February. From that, Microsoft developed its own ChatGPT, or I'd say AI, like Bing. Apart from that, Bard was also implemented by Google as well. So you should focus on like newer technologies, whichever coming into the market, and try to be updated with it. And apart from that, try to brush up your skills. Like for example, let's say that you have a good proficiency in coding as well, or aptitude as well. So try to practice as much as you can. Just don't let it go. So for example, if you have practiced, let's say like 300 to 400 questions, and you're confident enough that you'll be solving it, just make sure that you're daily practicing everything. So I'd suggest that a student should have a good practice in coding and aptitude. Apart from that, he should be just updated with the latest technologies. Even if he's not knowing how to use it, just he should be updated.
It's very clear from your response. We have very good knowledge from it. Thanks for your time, Viraj. I hope it was a very busy schedule. Thanks for making time for the our thanks to Charu from Spy. All it was very fruitful for us regarding the interview, and it was a very good session. So we will wrap up here. Thank you guys for joining us. And it's Aditya and Siddesh from MCAT MIT. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.